Ever felt frustrated, overwhelmed, or stuck wasting time in admin instead of growing, leveraging, and success? Then this podcast is for you. Welcome to Delegate to Elevate, the off what you don't need to do so you can focus on what you do best. So here's your host, Bonnie Schutz.
Yes, hello. I'm Bonnie Schutz, your host of Delegate to Elevate. Get shit done. But this podcast is for you, not me, us and we. Yes. Why would you want to listen to or watch and listen to me? Well, let me tell you a story about myself and my journey of where I've come from and what legitimizes me and my story and what makes me somebody that you would call an expert in my field of delegation and the art that it is. I was a 30-year career executive assistant in corporate. I came down, up through the ranks from, files and records clerk up to the top of the heap for an executive assistant, which is assisting a CEO of a company. It was a mid-sized company that I ended up with. And I'd finally reached my limit. You know, in all honesty, I had been through everything. I had been in the shoes of every administrative position there was. I had done it all. Unfortunately, in my career of those 30 years, I was laid off several times. I had to deal with the corporate politics, all that jazz, corporate personalities, things like that. So I decided, it was my time. I was definitely skeptical of what I could do and didn't realize until way later down the road what had actually sunk in when I was sitting quietly at those boardroom tables, taking notes and action items for people. What a doof. Who thinks that I could be a business owner or run a company? And the funny thing is never say never. I used to say I will never be a CEO. After working with CEOs, hell no. And then I would say I would never write a book. But I've written in 2 multi-authored books that became Amazon bestsellers at this point. So, what the heck? I can do this. I am an expert. It was remarkable 30 years. I was liked by many, many people, despised by a few maybe, but I loved helping people. And I took it to running a company because it was a natural place, because I could help people. I could guide people. I left my job to become an entrepreneur. I found success in my encore career or second act of life. I am my own boss and I decide my day-to-day life. I can juggle it all and do all the things, or I can delegate, right? You know this. It was laughable at one point when I was a novice, but I was faking it to make it happen. Then I committed to mastering my industry and the true art of delegation, taking things off my plate that I'm not good at, that I don't want to do, that I just simply have no clue about. And it gave me more, guess what? Time, the most valuable and valued and costly treasure of a CEO of a small business or an entrepreneur, CEO, founder of a startup. So in this time that I've been doing this for about 8 or 9 years now, since I left corporate, I actually began as a side hustle. And, I talked to some people that were really good at what they do, and they gave me the advice to take it 100% full time, make it my thing, because I wasn't going to get anywhere as a side hustle as far as growth went and things like that. And so when I came out here on my own, which is now almost 8 years, I think, I dug in. I researched my industry. I found the resources and the contacts that I needed in professional services industry to bring along on the ride with me. And guess what? We can bring them along the ride with us on this. And we are going to have real talk. And guess what? I might even drop an F-bomb. There's that real talk. Do you see that back there? This right here? I am not shy. I will drop this F-bomb and say it without throwing it at my camera. I will say, I made a mistake. Damn. That client really ticked me off. What the hell should I be doing when this happens? I'll be walking you through what I've learned, my lessons learned, my ups and downs, and all the things in my business. Another thing people ask me is like, why now? Why do this now? You're no spring chicken. I'll be honest, because I have met some wonderful people who are damn proud of it. I am, like I said earlier, a woman in my second act or encore career. And I'm 56 years old. But guess what? Now is the best time to do it. It's the best time because I am who I am because of my experience, because of the things I've been through. And it just seems natural for me, having had a business as long as I've had and going through the ups and downs of everything, being an entrepreneur. But the ups are great. The ups are fantastic. The downs suck and they sucker punch you. Shout out to my coach. She likes to use that word. Maybe we'll even have her as a guest. That'd be awesome. Anyway, like people say, don't you have enough to do running your own company? Well, yeah, I do. But guess what? I have a team that I manage and that runs, supports my clients. I have a VA agency based in the US. And I started out as a VA myself and then just thought, wow, let me order. I'm real, guys. This is unscripted. I'm real. And like I mentioned, a woman of a certain age. So bear with me. I flub up my words now and then. Brain fog is real. Menno brain, whatever you want to call it. I liken my brain to a Rolodex. And sometimes I can't find the word. Like it's a simple word, but sometimes I can't find it. So in all honesty, that's going to happen if you are on this ride with me. Please bear with me and understand. It's just what happens. The funny part is I might shout it out later on in the podcast. So, hey, there's that. There's only one person or this one thing we can control in our lives, right? And that's ourselves. I can control my flubs up on the words, but let's choose to lift one another up and help refer each other, support each other's business. And if you're like me, you really enjoy collaboration over competition, right? So let's collaborate with each other and think about what this guy could do for me or this woman could do for me. And boy, if I could get that off my plate, I'd only blah, blah, blah. I'd have time. And guess what you get with time? You get freedom. I like to travel. I like to go on motorcycle rides on a Harley with my husband. I bet you couldn't tell I was a biker chick, could you? No, I'm more of a leisure chick. Give me the Harleys with the arms and things. I can sit back and feel the wind in my, well, no, I do safety first. I do wear my helmet. Feel the wind coming up through my helmet. Take some pictures, play on my phone while we're riding on the bike. Things my husband hates me to do, but anyway, these are the things I like to do. And I think I've earned it. I have earned my time and place to be able to have some more freedom to do these things I like. Be with my husband. I'm an empty nester. I want time alone with him or be with my grown-up kids. Go do some fun things. No grandchildren yet, but I do have a grandpuppy that I love to spend time with. She's a little rambunctious. She's a little cray-cray. Maybe I'll bring her on to say hi sometime if you're watching. But let's do this. I hope you'll come along this ride with me and listen to my journey, listen to the tips and tricks and the lessons that I've learned so I can help you grow as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, as a solopreneur that's in the professional services arena. And, be sure you like and subscribe to this podcast so you're notified of our amazing next episode coming up of Delegate to Elevate. Get shit done. See you next time.
So that's it for today's episode of Delegate to Elevate. Head on over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and subscribe to the show. One lucky listener every single week that posts a review on Apple Podcasts or iTunes will win a chance in the grand prize drawing to win a $15,000 private VIP day with Bonnie herself. Be sure to head on over to delegatetoelevatepodcast.com. That's with the number 2. And pick up a free copy of Bonnie's gift and join us on the next episode.